I love Josh Allen, but Stafford should be the MVP at this point. We'll see what happens these last few weeks, but Stafford all year long has been the guy. So if you want to argue Josh Allen has the toughest job of the three or of the quarterbacks in the league and does it the best, for sure. Josh Allen does the most with the least in the NFL. And he's the most valuable player to a franchise right now because he carries the Bills single-handedly. He single-handedly carries the Bills to the playoffs, to conference championships every year. People want to say, oh, he's got a great O-line. He's got a great running back, defense average. Sure, James Cook has been phenomenal this year. The protection is great. But what do you want him to do? Like play with nothing at all? The secondary really isn't that good. People want to bring up the passing yards against. Statistically, we've been good there. I promise you, we will get exposed. When we play good offenses with elite receivers, we kind of get exposed. If you haven't noticed yet, run defense is absolutely horrendous. So all we're really banking on here is the offensive line and the running back. So overall, for sure, Josh Allen does the most with the least. And if you want to base it off that, if you want to bring in all the context and say which quarterback, because it really is a quarterback award here, which quarterback takes the most on his shoulders, it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the best player in the NFL. But we also can't change the parameters of the MVP award. The MVP award has historically been the best player from the season. Matthew Stafford, from day one, has dominated. Statistically, the numbers don't lie, and the performances speak for themselves. Almost 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 105 passer rating against the Seahawks. You can't deny that greatness. Josh Allen's had some phenomenal games this year. He's been extremely consistent, but he also started the year off really shaky. The consistency has only been this back half of the year, which is awesome, which I love to see as a fan. As a biased Bills fan, I love to see that because the consistency actually comes in the big-time games, especially later on in the year and in the playoffs. But the MVP award, which has historically been the best player from the season, right now is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford with the no-look passes. And I know he's got Devontae Adams and Puka, and that plays into the whole context discussion that we're having. But he's been the best player, both numbers-wise, eye test. He passes it all. And he's got the Rams in a really favorable position to do damage in the playoffs. And he's in his late 30s, balling out as the best quarterback in the league. So for me, although I love Josh Allen, although I think Josh Allen deals with the most crap and still brings his team to the positions of like, hey, we can win a Super Bowl every year, the Bills would be a bottom 5 team without Josh Allen. Believe that. They really do not have anything outside of him. Matthew Stafford's this year's MVP. And I think the game against the Rams showed that. The chunk gains, the throws anywhere on the field. He's done everything all year long really well, really consistently. I'm just pulling up his stats here for the season. I mean, 4,200 yards, 40 passing touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. The Rams are 11-4. He's 37 years old. That's an impressive season. I don't care who you're throwing to. You could be throwing to Calvin Johnson. You could be throwing to Randy Moss. It's still an impressive season to be doing that against NFL caliber defenses. And he's playing in a really tough division. They're not even first in their division. Seahawks took the crown with the win on Thursday Night Football. And the Niners have been a really good team this year as well. So I think Stafford deserves it. And you know, the numbers themselves, I mean, he'll be at 45 touchdowns, 4,500 yards by the end of the year. He's going to be up there. It's going to solidify him as a Hall of Fame player. If the Super Bowl didn't, this will do it. But I always wonder, like, imagine Stafford had the team from day one. Look at the damage Stafford has done as a quarterback the second he got to a competent franchise. And the Lions really only became competent the second he left and Dan Campbell arrived. And, just imagine Barry Sanders or Stafford or Calvin Johnson actually played on well thought out, structured, developed teams where they could go the distance, how much greater they could be. And Calvin Johnson, already, in my opinion, the most dominant receiver of all time. Barry Sanders, greatest running back of all time. Stafford, who knows? He's going to Canton. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But, could he have had more than one Super Bowl in his career if he played on a better team? I think so. One of the most talented arms we've ever seen. I think this is a well-deserving MVP award. He's been the best player, best quarterback all year long. And it really is a quarterback award, which is what we're dealing with here. And Drake May, too. I mean, he hasn't been as dominant, but very consistent this year, too. I wouldn't be mad if he wins it, but I think Stafford's numbers are just that much better. They're just a little bit better. And I know Stafford's got the team, but then it's like, how do you judge the MVP, right? Is it truly the most valuable to a team? Because it's Josh Allen. That's who that is. But is it the numbers? Is it the performances? Is it the consistency? Well, then it's Matthew Stafford. Then you're looking at Drake May, I think.